Hey guys, I am just hopping on real quick to give an update about my thoughts on emotional eating and weight loss and hormones and all of that as it relates to my progress with the Bodyslims program. I have a whole video, a lengthy video reviewing my deeper thoughts specifically on the Bodyslims program, the app, the seminars, all of that, the principles of the program. That is coming out tomorrow. And I'm really excited about that video. I still agree with everything I said in that video. And it's coming out tomorrow because I'm waiting until weigh-in Wednesday to publish it because I'm going to put my final weigh-in for week 2 in the video. So that's why I'm waiting to put it out. But what I want to talk about today, sorry, that was a long intro, is weight loss and being realistic, okay? Taking into account your hormones, taking into account your mood, taking into account your physical being and yourself as a whole person. So I've read a book by Dr. Mindy Pelz, P-E-L-Z, called Fast Like a Girl. And I've watched a lot of her information on YouTube. And her whole thing, because I've been into intermittent fasting for a long time, her whole thing is that women of all ages, regardless of where you're at with your cycles and your menopause and all that, like women need to fast differently than men because women's hormones respond differently to calorie restriction and fasting. So if you are putting extra stress on your body and on your system when your hormones are in a state of chaos already, I'm not going to say how this works scientifically because I honestly have no idea, but from what I understand and my intuition about it as someone who has a lot of issues with premenstrual dysphoric disorder, it's like PMS on steroids, okay? It's like I want to crawl out of my skin and unalive people, okay? I mean, I would never, but I'm just saying that's how extreme my experience of PMS is that I am physically uncomfortable in my body. Everything irritates me. I'm losing my mind. I'm on a short fuse, all of that. And so for me, during that time, to severely restrict my calories to 1,300 calories a day, and then to walk 3 miles in an hour every day on top of that, and then still function as a mother and a wife and somebody who works and all of that, it doesn't go great. Okay. So have I lost weight? Absolutely. Yes, I lost weight. But was I a raging bitch to my family? Yeah, I was. So here's my takeaway, right? Because in Bodyslims, we get these messages every day, and Jer always talks about, keep pushing, don't take your foot off the gas. You got to kick it up, do the program 100%. It's easier to do it 100% than to do it, kind of partially and having to make all these decisions all the time about will I or won't I, like just make the decision once and follow through and keep going and yeah. That is great. That is a great approach for men. That's fine. And maybe for some women, that's a great approach. But I think so far, in my experience, what I'm experiencing personally is that I needed a break. I took a break yesterday from the program, an intentional break. It was not out of control. It was not a binge. It wasn't crazy, right? But I took a break intentionally on purpose to feed my body, to give my body the carbs and the salt and the fat and the sugar that it wanted. And then I stopped. And then today I'm back on track. And the consequence of that was, the negative consequence was that when I stepped on the scale this morning, I was up a full pound from where I was yesterday. Okay, when I got on the scale yesterday morning, I was up a full pound. Now, I don't believe I gained a whole pound of fat back in one day. I know this is just normal fluctuation. I get it. So, but that was the consequence. There was a consequence to my actions, right? However, the positive effect of what I did when I took a break and listened to my body was that I was in a better mood. I was calmer. I felt more regulated. I felt full. I felt satisfied. I felt happy, I guess. And, was that emotional eating? Maybe. Was it irrational? Possibly. But I think it was fine. I think it was fine. And the reason I think it was fine is because I was able to get myself back together. I had made a plan already to only exceed my calories for one day, and I did. I ate twice the calories I was supposed to. But I still tracked everything I ate. I was still honest about everything I ate. I wrote it all down. I put it in the app and I recorded it. And then at the end of the day, I still took a walk. I didn't wake up at 5 and take the walk that morning. But at the end of the day, I felt good and I took a walk. And then I went to bed knowing that the next day I was going to get right back on track. And this morning I got right back on track. I woke up at 5. I took my walk. I have stayed within my calorie allowance today, and I plan to stay within it for the rest of the day. And then tomorrow when I weigh myself, whatever the results are is what they are for weigh-in Wednesday. And if I sabotaged or if I, messed up my progress for the weigh-in Wednesday, I have to accept that and be okay with it. And then I also have to remember that this is not about one day. This is not about the number on the scales one day. This is about long term. This is about sticking with something over a long period of time. And this is about my overall health and well-being. And so if I continue to just push ahead without regard to how I'm feeling, I know how we're feeling isn't always the best guide. I understand that, especially with addiction. I get it. I wouldn't be saying this to somebody with an alcohol addiction or a nicotine addiction or a drug addiction, because obviously like how you feel is not reliable, and having a little bit of nicotine or a little bit of cocaine it's just not great, right? But I think for me, for right now, because our bodies actually need food, I needed what I needed, and I ate what I wanted, and maybe I'll learn more. Hopefully I'll learn more about how to think about that differently in the next few weeks of this program, of the Bodyslims program. But for right now, I feel good about what happened. I feel confident that I'm going to still succeed, and I feel comfortable with the idea that just pushing ahead for the sake of pushing ahead and ignoring how you feel isn't a great plan long term. So here is to balance, here is to moderation, I guess, and here is to getting rid of black and white thinking and all or nothing thinking, and trying to live in the gray and the nuance of weight loss and life. So stay tuned. Tomorrow, the full-length review of weeks 1 and 2 of Bodyslims is coming out, and I will see you then. Bye.